Okay, so moving on to our chapter number 3 to the further topics. Today I'm going to pick up two new topics from this chapter. One is the importance of business environment and the other is dimensions of business environment. As already told, understanding business environment is very important for a businessman because the success of a business completely depends upon understanding its environment, its surrounding. Now, moving on to the importance, the first is first mover advantage. See, what happens is there are various opportunities which arise, right? And if a businessman successfully scans the business environment, he could be the first one to take the advantage of that. He could be the first one to avail that opportunity than his competitors. And you know what? The first ones are always the best. Then identify threats and warning signals. See, business, as we all know, is all about competition. Nobody is into the charitable work, right? So there are various threats, there are various warning signals which may be there for a businessman, and understanding business environment definitely helps a businessman to identify what could be a threat for him. Maybe his competitors' policies, maybe something new coming up in the market. So he could identify those threats and could take them as a warning signal and could try to improve his production further. Then helpful in tapping and assembling resources. Let me give you a very easy example in this context. If there is a demand for color television sets, why is a person going to produce the black and white television sets, right? So understanding or scanning business environment helps us to identify that what is the demand coming up in the market. And according to the demand, the resources are arranged. क्योंकि जिसका demand बढ़ेगा, definitely उस product के जो raw material है, उनके prices बढ़ेंगे. So it's very much important कि आप timely उन resources को arrange कर सको. Then adjust with rapid changes. Business environment is full of changes which are taking place in business very rapidly, right? So understanding business environment helps a businessman that he could adjust with those changes, because if you are not going to adjust with those changes and you're going to move the way you want to, you will be out of the market. You will be out of the competition very soon. Improvement in performance. You need to improve your performance. You need to know where you are lacking. You need to know why there is a downfall into your product sale. You need to know what is better in your competitor. And this all is only possible when you understand the business environment. Then every businessman's plans makes the policies for the future, and this planning and policy making work is something which you do for the future, and future is uncertain. So you need to take into consideration the changes which may take place in the business environment. So business environment also helps us in planning and making the policies for the future. Okay, so that was all about the importance of business environment. Now moving on to the dimensions of business environment. Dimensions of business environment or aspects of business environment. There are basically 5 dimensions or 5 areas of business environment. Economic environment is all about money aspect. Like because of demonetization, people refunded back their loans, and because of this, there was like a good amount of cash which was generated. So the banks, what they did is they reduced the rate of interest. So because of this, the loan became cheaper. So all those things which comes under the monetary aspects are under the economic environment. Moving on to the next, that is social environment. Social environment is all about the taste, the preference, the customs, the traditions, right? Like giving the reservation to the women in the jobs. Or you can say that whenever it is a festival season, the demand for the gifts, sweets rises. So that all comes under social environment. Political environment is all about the government which is in power will definitely come up with their own policies, will definitely come up with their own plans. So जो government आती है वो अपने अपने plans और policies लेकर आती है, और ये सब जो है वो business को affect करता है. लीगल एनवायरनमेंट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. जिस कंट्री में भी आप रहते हैं वहां का लॉ आपको फॉलो करना पड़ेगा, वहां के रूल्स रेगुलेशंस आपको फॉलो करने पड़ेंगे. सो व्हाटएवर आर दी लॉज, दोज लॉज नीड्स टू बी फॉलोड. सो बिजनेस के लिए बहुत जरूरी है जिस कंट्री में भी वो बिजनेस ऑपरेट कर रहा है वहां के लॉ एंड ऑर्डर को समझे. टेक्नोलॉजिकल एनवायरनमेंट इज ऑल अबाउट एडवांसमेंट इन द टेक्निक्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन. जैसे देयर वाज अ टाइम जब हम रेलवेज के टिकट्स बुक कराने के लिए लाइनों में खड़े हुआ करते थे, बट नाउ यू कैन डू इट ऑनलाइन at your mobile with the help of your mobile phones. कितनी सारी टेक्नोलॉजी चेंज हो गई है. You can pay your bills, you can transfer the money. So this all is what? This all is technological environment. So technological environment also needs to be taken into consideration. So these are the 5 dimensions. Normally, like a statement sort of a thing is given and they ask you that which dimension are they talking about. So these type of questions you get from this topic. That's